Aloha. Continuing with volume 2 of my Middlewick photo album scrapbook. So where we left off last time was Rose Week, last day, our sunrise tour hike. And the view from up there was just spectacular. And so now more views of from the top of the tour. The sun was absolutely golden. You see the X in the clouds just from the tower, and then the mists. And we walked down the Chalice Well side, which was so much easier. Oh my goodness. And then my first breakfast at the Crown post sunrise hike. This is a traditional English breakfast with a poached egg and a cappuccino. The Crown is one of the oldest restaurants in Glastonbury. And then the sound bath meditation in the temple for the Rosebuds was just absolutely an extraordinary experience for me. She tapped into my medical trauma. Some of my Rose Week words. And then this is a dried rose petal, and then this is the rose quartz heart that we also got. I noticed that a rose petal, a dried rose petal, looks and feels almost like linen. I'm wondering if it could be a writing material source of the future. So this was our sound bath, the Luna Flow, our sound bath meditation lady. This is the purple-eyed butterfly spotted in Middlewick. Some scenes. This is the little sheep pen that below on the Middlewick property, below the tour. And then this phase of the sheep. Aww. Okay, then the whole laundry room thing. And then I did a day trip to Stonehenge, which was just, oh my goodness, so huge. So this is interesting from the museum. The purpose of Stonehenge is lost to us. There will always be debate about its meaning. And then there's this wall in the museum that says, God knows what their use was. And so to get there, I walked the 1.5 miles to the monument from the museum. Then you get there, and there's this Step into England story, and there it is. And the megaliths are just so huge. I couldn't stop taking selfies, as you can tell. I mean, they're just so huge. And then these streaks in the sky appeared, which was so strange, because it's not like there were, fighter jets streaking across the sky, right? And then there's one huge megalith or blue stone, just far out from the circle and the ditch. And then there are these copper arrows on the ground pointing to where, the summer solstice is and stuff. And then the museum itself was surprisingly small, but very interesting, probably because there's very precious low archaeology there. And then there were these big, probably made out of clay, the evolution of the henge. And I love that gift shop. Oh, that was fun. Really nice stuff in there. And then on our way back from Stonehenge, Jim surprised us with a stop at Nooney Castle. It has a moat. and it was tucked away in a quiet neighborhood in the Mendip region, and we found a charming cafe for cycling enthusiasts. And this was built back in 1373 under Edward III, so the Edwardian period. It's relatively small, but it was still rather impressive because there is a moat around it. And then there was this little bridge, and then this very charming river and willows scene with ducks in the pond. It reminded me of something that like Monet would paint, you know, if I were a painter. And then, since I am a cycling enthusiast, these are the framed pictures of the various pro cycling races that take place in Europe. And then this wall in that cafe, this entire wall is a map of England. It was pretty cool. It was very nostalgic, little cafe. And then yeah, it was quite a day. A sunset at Middlewick, and then that night we had an Indonesian feast for our Sunday roast in the cafe, and this mushroom curry soup thing over rice was so yummy. Oh my lord. First time I had seen rice my entire time there. And then we did our Wales day trip, which was such a highlight. So with a little aloha, so Wales here in pink is another country. It's part of the British Isles, of course, but no passport control between the countries because there's this river that runs between them, and you just drive over this bridge. The river is more than a river, folks. And so our first stop was Chepstow Castle because it's the first stone castle in England that still survives. Construction began in 1067, finished around 1090. It's on a limestone cliff on the Rye River, and it's the first castle to have wooden doors too, built using shipbuilding techniques to really make it strong. And that's how big this castle is. It just kept going up and up and up the cliff, and then that's the Rye River. And this is a little sculpture of Chepstow Castle outside, and you know the river is right there. And so in Wales, the second official language is Welsh, which is unlike any language I've seen. So here we go. And views from the, oh goodness, from the castle, going up and up the Rye River. And then there's all these community happenings at the castle. I think while we were there, there was even this happening. It was a mini pumpkin carving, decorating competition thing for kids, and so they had this room set up, and it was kind of cute, you know, a lot of family-oriented stuff. And this castle just went on and on. And so after we had some time in the city, then of course I found some trails and some historical walks and stuff. Charming little city in Wales. And then lunch at the Anchor, another highlight. It was in the same parking lot as Tintern Abbey, which we went to next, but the Anchor restaurant. This is a nice little group picture of us at our lunch. And then the Carvery buffet was just, oh my God. And so I really did, it was better than a traditional American Thanksgiving feast. And so we had 3 roasted and freshly carved meats and Yorkshire pudding with all the trimmings, all different sauces and things, roasted vegetables. And the Carvery buffet was only 16 pounds, plus a discount. That was nuts. And so the Anchor Inn and Tintern Abbey are just kind of nestled there together. So the tapestries in the Tintern Abbey gift shop are just wow. Okay, and this abbey or monastery or nunnery, whatever you want to call it, had a warming house back in the day, which was a good idea because it was kind of a cold, rainy day in Wales, but nothing could dampen my spirits. I mean, I suddenly found myself in another country. Babu. Okay, see how high the arches are? I mean, oh my God, this takes architecture to a new level. And then outside of the actual abbey ruins, there were all these, I like this kind of stuff, these pictorial explanations of what the abbey really looked like. I mean, nothing is small in Europe, you know, well, except the roads. You know, their monuments and their architecture is just wow. And so this is some of the archaeology and restoration happening, you know, like there on the grounds. That was a really nice gift shop. Oh my God. And then our next stop was this ancient Roman amphitheater. Okay. I've been to Greece and Italy, and this is very, very small scale compared. But this Roman Legion Museum of the ancient Roman influence in England, this was a highlight. It was very small, but for me, I really liked it there. So that's why I got my mood ring, and okay. And then so this city in Wales is actually ancient Camelot. I found ancient Camelot. And so it was the Roman Legion museum, and then the remains of the Roman baths across the car park. And I thought they did a really unique, like, holographic presentation of the remains. It was really neat with, you know, colored lights and sounds, and I mean, if you stood there long enough, you could see the whole display of various people diving in and swimming in it. Some sights and sounds around that town. And then this is, go back to the museum gift shop. So the Roman Legion Museum in Wales. So you had the small bath ruins, had a unique holographic presentation, small yet good museum and gift shop with the cutest, most unique bathroom that I had to go to. So, but I accidentally pulled the red alarm cord, and I took a video of it because the walls were all decorated with the cartoon Roman Legion. So it was very, very cute. So this is the ancient Roman urn and burial in that part of the world. And now we're back at Middlewick. Oh, these faces. These animals are just adorable. And then some selfies in and around Glastonbury. And that will continue in the next volume. Bye.